What's up, everybody? It's Uriah from Basketball Now and Then, the greatest comparisons, along with Maurice and Lucas. No Ben today. Today, we are going to be presenting a very special episode. So, from Michael Jordan's global dominance to Clyde Drexler's relentless attacks, from Reggie Miller's cold-blooded shooting to Mitch Richmond's underrated brilliance, the 1990s were a golden age for NBA shooting guards. On this episode of Basketball Now and Then, we're building our Mount Rushmore of 90s two guards, debating the legends, the impact, the style, and the legacy that shaped an entire basketball era. So lace them up and take the trip back with us, because this one is going to spark some serious debate. That being said, Maurice, Lucas, how you guys doing?
Man, just here, man. Just enjoying the weekend. Trying to fight off a cold.
I'm doing well. It's been a good week for basketball. The finals just ended.
Yes.
Entertaining to say the least. Shout out the Knicks. New world champs.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Knicks. Yeah, I don't think many people saw that coming at the beginning of the season, except maybe Knicks fans. But yeah, they got over the hump, and congratulations to Jalen Brunson, who is the finals MVP and had to put up with a lot of skepticism and proved a lot of haters wrong. But we're not here talking about point guards. We're talking about shooting guards. Before we get into our Mount Rushmore episode, please, we ask that you rate, review, and follow us on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere else that you listen to podcasts. And make sure you check out our website, basketballnowandthen.com, for all of our content and all of our comparisons. So I'll go to Lucas first. We're talking 90s shooting guards. What are you looking forward to in this episode?
I mean, look, you think of Michael Jordan. We already know he's the head of the Mount Rushmore, right at the top. Yeah. But, you know, his shadow was so big that it kind of overshadows a lot of other guys in the 90s that did really good. So I'm actually, I was a kid. I was like between the ages of 0 and 8 during this time. So I wasn't really paying attention to basketball at that time. 0 to 8, you know? So, you know, I this is more of a learning experience for me. That being said, I am excited to see and, you know, champion my guy.
There you go. And Maurice, what are you looking forward to in this Mount Rushmore?
You know, I always like the throwback names. You kind of recollect on some of the players that I grew up watching. Mm-hmm. I was not 0 in the 90s.
You weren't?
I was 10, 12, going on my teens at that point. But yeah, some of these names is going to be a blast and a pass for me. Like Lucas said too, you know, Jordan kind of dwarfed some of the names that we're going to roll off. But with that said, a lot of Hall of Famers, a lot of superstar great players that we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Well, speaking of those players, Maurice, I'm going to share my screen and give you the list so you can see. I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way to the top. This image is from, I think, For the Win website. They did a top 10 list of Mount Rushmore shooting guards. So I'm just going to borrow that list and present it to you guys. So at number 10, we have Nick Anderson from the Orlando Magic. That's number rough. 9, Eddie Jones.
I don't remember Eddie Jones. I'll be honest.
Okay. Good. He was a baller for sure.
Okay. All right.
Then we got Spree for 3, Latrell Sprewell playing for the Warriors. Kobe Bryant, a young Kobe Bryant. Remember,
do we count him?
Well, he's part of the list, and he made the list. And even though he was young, he was drafted in 96. He didn't really flourish until 99, 2000, but he made the list. Okay. And rounding out the top 10, 10 through 5, we have Allen Houston.
Okay.
Which, by the way, I always thought it was Allen. Did you know he was spelled with 2 A's?
No, but I actually found that out recently because I was writing an article and I wrote him in the player linker for Basketball Reference. Didn't work. I'm like, wait a second, what am I doing wrong? And then bam.
We're used to Allen, but yes.
Yeah.
So is that part of the list? Do you think that's fair, or is there anybody?
I would keep Kobe off just because, like, if you think about it, like, first off, my rules for Mount Rushmore's are all decades team is like you have to play at least half the decade. Kobe got drafted in 1996, so I have to keep him off because, like, if you include Kobe, then you have to include guys like Vince Carter, and that's not really fair either.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah, so no, no disrespect to Kobe. Kobe was on the 2000s Mount Rushmore when we did that. That was like no problem there. But Kobe's got to be off here. Nick Anderson, I don't know if you can be on this list if you're most famous for missing some shots.
Yeah, but that one instance should not overshadow his career because before that...
it defined his career, and afterwards, his play went down significantly after that.
It did. There was some mental issues going on there, but...
Anyway,
he made the list. What about you, Maurice? Anything stand out to you? 10 through 10 through 5?
I would agree with Lucas again. I would take Kobe off of this list respectfully, just because he only had 3 years of actual playing time. Nick Anderson is a tough one, but I'll give you some names to replace them with.
Okay, yeah, I would like to hear this.
Speaking of the Knicks, I maybe got to put John Starks in here.
That's right. The early 90s.
Early 90s Starks was good, man.
Yeah.
He was
as long
really
as he didn't
good.
retire before 95, I'm open to it.
Right.
No, he didn't retire in 95. Okay. No. Another name, maybe Steve Smith.
Ooh.
Okay. Atlanta Hawks. Yeah.
And another one, unfortunately, his life was cut short, but Drazen Petrovic.
Yeah, if he would have played longer, he would have probably been top 5.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
So just some names to throw out there.
Yeah.
Trying to think of anybody else from the 90s. See, this is tough for me because, like I said, I wasn't around too much. No, Larry Hughes wouldn't count. Allen Iverson wouldn't count. Would Allen Iverson be on the point guard or the shooting? I would say shooting guard.
Well,
he doesn't count anyway because
when he first came in the league, he was a point guard.
Okay. Well, he wouldn't count anyway because he was drafted in 96.
Right.
I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head that I can think of that
I think Maurice gave some great
Does Michael Finley
options.
count?
Michael Finley would count. I think he would.
Or is he a 3? No, wait a second. We're forgetting. Is Jerry Stackhouse? No, he was 97 draft. 97.
No, Michael Stackhouse was 1995.
Stackhouse would count then.
Maybe he belongs on this list. Again, I did not make this list, but let's get to the next 5 because we all know MJ is the GOAT. I mean, no question he is number 1. But until we get to him, we have to figure out who's going to make our Mount Rushmore. So we have Joe Dumars at 5, Mitch Richmond at 4, Reggie Miller at 3, Clyde Drexler at 2, and obviously MJ at 1. So what do you think about that top 5 order? I'll go to Maurice first.
I would move Dumars to 3 and just slide Miller and Richmond back 1.
Okay.
I got to put championships over a couple more seasons of great play. Now, Joe Dumars won 2 championships in the 90s. And 89, 90.
Right.
So maybe one in the decade.
Yeah.
And Clyde Drexler won as well with the Rockets. So both of them, I think they're 2-3. Reggie Miller at the end of the 90s, those classic playoff runs against the Knicks in Miami, he was great. And Mitch Richmond was underrated low-key all decade of the 90s.
Yeah.
So, I just would move Dumars up. That's
move Dumars over. All right. Lucas?
So I can't do Dumars in this. I got to keep him at 5 because honestly, after that championship in 89-90, like his play slowly started to play off. The Pistons slowly started to taper off. Can't do that. Okay, so when I think of Clyde Drexler, I don't think of 90s. I think of 80s. Like that's who I think of with Clyde Drexler. Okay. I could be wrong. Right. Like I said, I haven't looked at his stats a lot. Outside of that one Clyde Drexler and Dr. J episode. Pick that up, by the way. I think I'm gonna have MJ 1, Reggie Miller 2, man. I mean, look, Reggie was dominant during the whole entire thing. I'll keep Clyde at 3 out of respect, right? And then I think I can look. Mitch Richmond dominated the 90s. Dominated in terms of scoring. Like you a lot of people, and I think when we did the Mitch Richmond and who was it? Mitch Richmond and who do we comp him to?
Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal. I think we said that he arguably was the second best, but I'm going to keep him at 4 here because, the knock is he wasn't on any really great teams except for the
TMC
team very briefly. So yeah, no, I think my Mount Rushmore would be Michael, Reggie, Clyde, and Mitch.
All right. Fair enough. So what I want to do right now is go through the top 3 just for fun. And we know the top 3 are MJ and Clyde Drexler, Reggie Miller. And just for some trivia fun, I'll throw some questions out there to see if you guys can connect with that era of shooting guard. So let's start with the number of games played in the 90s between these 3 players. Who do you think played the most games?
Are we counting playoff or just regular season?
No, just regular season.
Reggie.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go Reggie as well.
Yes, you guys are correct.
Because Clyde did not make it to the end of the 90s, and MJ retired twice.
Yes, that is true. You guys want to know exactly how many games he played?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Reggie Miller played 775 games in the 90s.
Wow.
And MJ obviously ended up playing baseball, missed a couple seasons, then retired. He played 503 games, and Drexler played 535 games. Points per game, MJ averaged 30.3 and dominated the scoring statistics that decade. But who was next in line? Was it Reggie Miller or Clyde Drexler?
I'm going to guess Reggie just because I know Clyde was on the decline of his career towards the end there.
Okay.
I'm going to go Clyde.
So Lucas went Reggie and Maurice went Clyde. The answer was Clyde Drexler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you got that one, Maurice.
I think we kind of forget those Portland Trailblazer teams in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Clyde was really good. He was really good.
But not by much. Drexler averaged in that decade 20.6 points and Reggie Miller 20.4. So slight edge.
Very slight.
Yeah. Now here's where it gets competitive in terms of numbers. Rebounds. Who averaged more rebounds among those 3 players? Lucas?
I feel like Clyde's the biggest, so I'm going to go with Clyde, just using that. And more physical than Reggie. Reggie might have been taller, but Clyde's, I'm going to say Clyde.
Okay.
I'm going to go Clyde as well.
You guys are correct. Let me see. Did you guys hear that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I had to find my soundboard there. It was missing for a little bit. How about steals per game? Who had
this is all
more
3
steals?
of them, correct?
All 3 of them, yep.
Oh, I'm going to say MJ.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to go MJ as well.
Oh, yeah. Talking former defensive player of the year, MJ, he stayed in those passing lanes, man. Mm-hmm. Field goal percentage, Michael Jordan led everyone with 49% in a decade. Reggie Miller, 47%. Clyde Drexler, not as good of a shooter, 45%. Reggie Miller dominated 3-point shooting, 40%, and he was clearly a better free throw shooter. We know he was always kind of a 50-40-90 guy. Are all 3 players in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Reggie is? Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay,
yes.
That was easy. All right. All right. Don't overthink it. Overthink it. Championships, MJ has 6 All-NBA first time, 6 All-Defensive teams, 6 Finals MVPs, which is ridiculous to say. And let's see, MVPs, he won 4 MVPs in that decade. Let's go between Clyde and Reggie. Who had more All-Stars that decade? Did Reggie or Clyde?
I'm going to say Clyde.
I'm going to go Clyde.
You don't sound too confident with that.
I know it was a couple of years in there with the East when Reggie Miller didn't make the All-Star game.
Okay. Well, that was a good guess.
Yeah.
And Lucas, nicely done. 6 All-Stars for Clyde Drexler. 4 for Reggie Miller.
Yeah. I think he got those at the late 90s.
Yeah. I do find it ironic that these 3 players, or at least Clyde and Reggie, they were kind of his measuring stick in terms of if there were anyone to line up against them competitively as skilled and as, let's say, determined to win for their team, whether it was the Blazers with Clyde Drexler or the Pacers with Reggie Miller, would you guys agree that those were his rivals in terms of like his status, MJ?
Yeah.
What do you think? It's Joe Dumars or someone else? You think it's those two guys?
In the
I think
90s,
all three of them, actually.
In the 90s, when I think of like his rivals, I don't think of other shooting guards. I think of like Gary Payton.
You think of Barkley or?
Well, no, because they were friends at the time.
Right.
No, I was thinking of Stockton and
who gave him the most trouble?
Who gave him the most trouble defensively? That's a good question.
It was Joe Dumars. I think we highlighted that on the episode. Yeah. I think
that was 80s Michael, not 90s Michael.
Yeah, we are talking about 90s.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. But when we talk about these shooting guards, Reggie Miller, he was the only guy to take Jordan in the Bulls to a Game 7.
True.
Joe Dumars defensively was one of Jordan's hardest, toughest opponents to play against.
Mm-hmm.
And Clyde Drexler played the Bulls in the finals.
Right.
He lost to him, but he played the Bulls in the final.
Okay. All right, so let's do this now. We laid out some of the comparative stats between Michael Jordan, Reggie Miller, and Clyde Drexler. Now what I want to do with you guys is do the same thing, but for 3 players who we're trying to figure out will make the final slot for our Mount Rushmore. And those players are Mitch Richmond, Joe Dumars, and Allen Houston. Ben's not here. He chose Allen Houston for his 4th spot. Lucas, who'd you pick?
Mitch Richmond.
Okay.
Hands down,
because you said of his scoring in the 90s?
Look, like, not to steal your thunder, but 7 straight seasons of 21-plus points per game in the decade is pretty darn impressive.
Okay. And Maurice, you're going with Dumars because of championships, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so let me throw some stats out and see if you guys can figure out who was the leader in this category. Now, games, Mitch Richmond played a lot in the 90s. He played 718. Allen Houston played 532. Joe Dumars, 631. Mitch Richmond led all 3 players in scoring in that decade, 22.5 points.
That's what I'm talking about.
Who was next in line? Was it Joe Dumars or Allen Houston?
I want to say Allen Houston.
Yeah, I'm going to go Allen Houston.
Hey, you guys are wrong.
What?
It was Joey D. Yeah. 17.5 points per game versus Allen Houston's 16.
You know where he got us, Maurice? We got to remember Isaiah Thomas got injured in 91 and never came back.
Yep.
He had to pick up the scoring afterwards.
Yeah. That is true, but I've always thought Allen Houston to be more of a scoring guard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think he only eclipsed 20 points like once or twice though. Right? Per season, anyway. That's, per game per season, but yeah.
All right. Speaking of scoring, let's go to 3-point percentage. Who had the higher 3-point percentage?
Ooh. Well, it's not Joe Dumars. No offense. It's not Joe Dumars. So
okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's either Allen Houston or Mitch Richmond. Oh, gosh, that's a tough one.
Come on, pick.
I will say, you know what? I'm going to stay on brand. Mitch Richmond.
All right. How about you, Maurice?
All 3 of them shot the ball really well.
Mm-hmm.
Because he wasn't an outside shooter, I'm actually going to go Joe Dumars.
You guys are both
Allen Houston.
Allen Houston.
We overthought it, Maurice. We overthought
it. 40% 3-point shooter in that decade, but not very far off was Mitch Richmond, 39%, and Joe Dumars, 38%.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go with Hall of Fame. Which players are in the Hall of Fame, Maurice?
Allen Houston is not in the Hall of Fame, but the rest are.
So the other 2.
I know Joe Dumars is. I don't know if Mitch Richmond is. I'm going to just say Joe Dumars.
All right, Maurice, this is for you. Mitch Richmond is in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Yes,
good for him.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah. All-Stars, he had more. He had 6 All-Star appearances. Joe Dumars had 5, surprisingly.
Wow.
Did Allen Houston earn an all-star or not?
I'm going to say he got one.
Okay.
Everybody gets one.
It's either 1 or 0.
Yeah.
98. I'm going to say no. 0.
All right. And I'm going to say Lucas is correct. He got one all-star. I don't know what year, but Allen Houston.
I think it was 95 or 96.
Allen Houston was recognized for his outstanding play on the Knicks, who ironically, he was at the game with all the other former Knicks players in the NBA Finals, and he looks young, man. Did you guys see Allen Houston?
Yeah, I saw him.
He looks young. Patrick Ewing looks old. Oh my goodness. I mean,
it was
Ewing always looked.
I mean, look, he was
really
the head
mature.
coach at Georgetown for a few years. Being a head coach can take a few years off.
Especially at a place like Georgetown.
Patrick Ewing's in the 60s, right? He's got to be.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's in the 60s.
Yeah. He's same age as MJ and Barkley. All right, so here's my favorite part of this Mount Rushmore segment, and that is head-to-head stats.
Okay.
Technology is amazing. So I'm able to take all of their matchups and head-to-head, who had more points, the date that they played their first game, and obviously the last time they squared off. So I'm going to go with Allen Houston one-on-one, or at least playing against each other, and Mitch Richmond. So they played 19 times in regular season. Who won more games head-to-head, Allen Houston or Mitch Richmond?
I'm going to say Allen Houston. He was on better teams for the most part.
Okay.
Mitch Richmond was on the Warriors in Sacramento.
Sacramento was bad.
Sacramento was really bad.
He was like there right when they started to get good with Weber and Oh, yeah, you make a good point. That's Allen Houston.
All right, Lucas, your logic is not flawed. It is correct. 11 games for Allen Houston versus 8 victories against Mitch Richmond.
Okay.
For Mitch Richmond, yeah.
Okay.
Allen Houston he's with the Pistons and the Knicks, right? He wasn't with another team, was he?
Right. I don't remember if he really blossomed in Detroit the way he did with New York. I have to go back and check.
No, I don't think he did, if I remember his stat line correctly.
Yeah. Well, Allen Houston averaged 13.9 points head-to-head against Mitch Richmond. Mitch Richmond, 20 points per game. Like Lucas said, just consistent across the board, 20 points per game. Let's see. Who averaged head-to-head more assists?
Between those two?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say Mitch because he's more of a on-the-ball creator versus Allen was just a shooter. So, yeah.
Okay. Maurice?
We'll go Mitch as well.
Correct. Lucas, your logic is on point. I love it. All right. How about let's go with game highs.
Ooh.
I'll do it over-under. Did Mitch Richmond score over 40 points on Allen Houston in a head-to-head matchup?
Against those Knicks teams or Pistons teams? No.
You say under? All right.
I'm going to go under as well.
You are correct. He did put up 34 points against Allen Houston. Okay. Allen Houston, his high against Mitch Richmond head-to-head was 23 points.
That's not bad.
Yeah. You guys want to hear the first time they ever squared off against each other?
Sure.
The date was December 30th, 1993.
Wow.
And Lucas was not alive yet. Were you born?
No, I was alive.
You were alive? Okay.
I was 1 year old.
Okay. You were all right. And Maurice, you were in what? Middle school or something? Or
93?
Yeah.
No, it was like kindergarten, yeah.
Oh,
okay. Like 8. I was like 8 and 9.
You're 8? Okay. All right. 93, I was about to graduate high school. But anyway, so the first time they played, December 93, the Pistons won that game. I'm sorry. The Kings won that game at home against the Pistons, 97-91. Mitch Richmond only had 13 points. Allen Houston had 4 points. Yeah. Showing, I guess, veteran experience versus inexperience. And the last time these two squared off was, fast forward, March 10th, 2002. Allen Houston put up 16 points for the Knicks. How many points do you think Mitch Richmond had? Over, under 10 points?
Under.
Under.
Under
is
with
the Lakers.
Yeah. He went scoreless. Yeah, 0 points. He only played 4 minutes. So I guess this is 2002. The finals were coming up. He was at the end.
Okay. Let me just say this. Mitch Richmond dropped off relatively fast at the end, but to be fair,
he played a long time, though.
Yeah, he started, and he started at 20. Yeah. He was 23 when he started.
Right, exactly. All right, now we're going to go to Joe Dumars squaring off against Mitch Richmond. Now, they played 17 times in the regular season, never in the playoffs. Clearly, they're in different conferences. Who do you think had more wins head-to-head? Lucas?
Probably Joe.
Okay.
Joe Dumars.
You're correct. Joey D had 9 wins versus Mitch Richmond, but not by much. Mitch Richmond did get 8 victories against the Pistons when he was playing. Now, scoring-wise, we know Mitch Richmond is the more dominant scorer. 18.4 points head-to-head against Joe Dumars, who averaged 15.2 points going against Mitch Richmond. Who do you think averaged more rebounds? Maurice?
I'm going to say Joe Dumars.
Okay.
I'll say Joe as well.
All right, you are incorrect.
Ooh,
Joey D,
okay.
2.3 boards against Mitch Richmond's 3.4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For 11.
Yeah. This is interesting. Game highs in those 17 games they played. Joe Dumars, did he outscore Mitch Richmond in terms of game highs, or did Mitch Richmond have a higher game high in those 17 matchups?
See, you gave yourself away because you said that's interesting before you introduced the question. So the interesting thing would be that Joe Dumars has the higher points per game.
Okay.
Scoring game, yeah.
All right. Maurice?
I'm going to say it's a tie.
It's a tie. All right. Lucas, you fell for the banana in the tailpipe.
Oh, okay.
And Maurice, you just threw something out there and it did not stick. It was not a tie.
A double buzzer. Okay.
Yeah. So Joe Dumars his high against Mitch Richmond was 30 points, which is respectable. Mitch Richmond, his high against Joe Dumars was 34 points. So Mitch had the edge. Yep. All right. What year do you think these guys faced off for the first time?
First time? 88?
Yeah, just give me the year. Oh, you said 88? And what about you, Maurice?
I'm going to say, yeah, he was drafted in 87, correct?
88.
Oh, it was 88? Miller was 87.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 89.
You are correct.
Oh, okay.
These two played for the first time February 18th, 1989. Joe Dumars put up 15 points while Mitch Richmond had 25. I mean, a young, hungry shooting guard playing obviously in Golden State. The Warriors won that game in overtime, 121-119. That's a game I would love to find on YouTube. Doesn't that seem like a really cool game?
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah.
Because you had Isaiah, you had Tim Hardaway, yeah. All right, fast forward to the end of their careers. They played March 10th, 1999. That was the last time they played against each other. And just like the previous comparison, Joe Dumars, toward the end of his career, went scoreless in that game. He played 24 minutes. Interesting.
Oof.
Yeah, 24 minutes, only shot 4 shots. Mitch Richmond, on the other hand, in 1999, he put up 18, 5, and 3. So those are the numbers for Joey D and Mitch Richmond. Okay, last but not least, facing off head-to-head, Joe Dumars and Allen Houston. They played 9 times against each other in the regular season. Who won more games head-to-head? Lucas?
I'm going to say Allen.
All right.
I'm going to say Joe Dumars.
Lucas, this is for you.
Thank you.
It was Allen Houston, but not by much, Lucas. He won 5 games against Joe Dumars, who won 4 games. Who do you think averaged more points head-to-head in those 9 games?
Probably Joe.
Okay.
That's a tough one. I'm going to say Joe.
Good job. But it's weird. Joe Dumars only averaged 12.3 points per game in those games against Allen Houston, where Allen Houston averaged about 10.3 points per game. Yeah. Joe Dumars averaged more assists and steals, but Allen Houston averaged more rebounds and blocks. Probably a height thing, right?
Uh-huh.
And let's see. Let's go with game highs. Who do you think had a bigger game high? Allen Houston or Joe Dumars?
I'm going to say Joe, but I don't feel confident about it.
Okay.
I'm going to say Allen Houston.
Maurice, this is for you. Allen Houston, in one of those matchups, he put up 23 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Not bad of a stat line. Yeah. Joey D, also pretty good himself. 21 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. Again, those are the game highs against one another. When do you think was the first time they went against each other in the 90s? What year?
What year was Allen drafted?
Was it 93 maybe? I can't
94?
remember.
They played. No.
They were together at that point, right?
Yeah, they were together, yeah.
Let me do a Chat GPT or Google. What year was Allen Houston drafted?
Doesn't matter. He spent his first 2 years in Detroit, right? And then he went over to.
He was the 11th pick in the 1993 draft. Yep, so 93.
I want to say 95 is when they first played against each other.
It had to be when he went to the Knicks, so...
Yeah, they were teammates for a minute, technically.
Yeah, they were in both Detroit.
I'm going to say 95. I'm going to say
95, okay.
So when did he go to Detroit? I mean, when did he go to the Knicks? 97, I think, or 98?
No. He was only in Detroit for like 2 seasons, dude.
Right.
Okay,
Not long at all.
So 93, 94. Okay, my math is messing up. So 95, I'd say.
You said 95? Okay.
Yeah.
You're close, but you are wrong. The answer was 1996. December 18th, the Pistons went into Madison Square Garden, where Allen Houston scored 2 points. Wow. In 20 minutes of action, he had 5 turnovers, 4 personal fouls. Wow. Not a good debut against Joe Dumars. Yeah. Joey D, on the other hand, had quite the game. 21 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. He shot 53% from the floor on that night. So that was the first time they played one another. The last time they played was April 16th, 1999. And at that point, Joe Dumars was on the decline. He put up 12 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Allen Houston, in his final game against Joe Dumars, over under 21 points in that game.
We'll go under.
I'm going to go over.
All right, Lucas, you are correct. Allen Houston scored 23 points in that last matchup. So here's what we're going to do, like we always do. We're going to go back and look at our Mount Rushmore, the top 3. We have Michael Jordan, we have Reggie Miller, and obviously Clyde Drexler. Now's the time of the show to either bail on your initial choice or stick to your guns. Lucas, are you sticking with Mitch Richmond?
Look, best scorer of the group. Granted, the only knock you can make on him is that he wasn't on winning teams for the most part. Outside of that very brief run in the beginning of the 90s,
right?
Like, he was not on winning teams, and that's not really his fault. So I'm going to say Mitch still. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And Maurice, are you sticking with Joe Dumars or are you going to bail on us?
I'm gonna stick with Joe Dumars.
Good for you.
I think the point Lucas is trying to make it for him is this is I'll make it for him. We'll make it for him.
Oh, okay.
Because this is a shooting guard Mount Rushmore, which is an individual conversation. And Joe Dumars individually was a good player, but on a team like the Detroit Pistons, he was a great player. The fit with Isaiah, the overall team defense. Joe Dumars gave Jordan the most trouble of any of these guards. He beat Jordan in the playoffs. Who else can say that?
Wow.
Only other person
yet again, that was the 80s, dude. You're pulling up stuff
90s,
from the
80s, 1990.
Okay, fine.
Jordan won his first championship in 91. He had to get through those Pistons teams. We all know that. So winning wise, I would say Joe Dumars.
Mm-hmm.
Championships, he won 2. He's a Hall of Famer, of course. I think when it comes down to it, the conversation is individually, is Mitch Richmond better than Joe Dumars? Take out the team, take out the winning and all that. Was Joe Dumars a better shooting guard for that decade than Joe Dumars?
Yeah.
I think that's the question everybody should ask, and you'll get your answer from that.
Well, there's remnants of the 80s that are so strong from Joe Dumars because he had a finals MVP, because he was playing outstanding defense on Michael Jordan, that it kind of creeps into your decision making. But he did hold his own. Remember, Joe Dumars, when Isaiah got hurt, like Lucas said, he was kind of the primary dude. And then obviously Grant Hill got there in 95. But yeah, Joe Dumars, he's a winner.
How did Grant Hill get there in 95? Because they were bad in 94.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I mean, Mitch Richmond was just as bad.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I see where both of you have a valid point, because Joe Dumars seemingly always had solid teammates, especially in the late 80s, where Mitch Richmond didn't really have a lot of firepower around him, especially after he got traded from Golden State. I think you both made good points. If I were to throw my 2 cents in, I'd probably say Latrell Sprewell. So
what? No. And so you're not on the Allen Houston. You're not going to support him in this.
No. Well, that's Ben's pick, and I'm not going to put words in his mouth or argue for him like Maurice did for you, Lucas. But
disrespectful. Oof,
is that what he's trying to say is? I sensed a little 14 rings.
Look, neither one of us can talk right now because Mal's the one that should be celebrating right now. So
yeah.
Well, okay.
Giants fan.
Yeah. So that being said, this is our final Mount Rushmore from season 3 of Basketball Now and Then. If you would like, you can go back and check our Patreon page, which has all the other comparisons of Mount Rushmores. We did centers, we did forwards, obviously point guards. So check out that content that you will not find anywhere else. And if you do, they don't do it the way we do it. Not to say that we're all that great, but I am saying we are great. So the next episode you'll hear from us will be not the season finale. We have one more comparison left. We're doing Anthony Davis and Kevin Garnett. And then following that, all of us are going to give our picks from season 3 of which players from the comparisons that we would choose over the other. So anything for the greater good, gentlemen?
This summer, well, we're kind of already in summer, but we'll start looking at, we're going to look at our all-star files and do all-star comparisons. Maybe not Hall of Fame guys, but guys that were all-stars that deserve some comparisons as well.
Right.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
And check out, we are coming out with more content on our articles. I'll be heading that. And yeah,
Lucas has some good stuff. Check out his articles. He's offering different comps for some really popular players. I do have a writing series coming out about NBA what ifs. I have hundreds of them. So get ready for that. And Maurice, you got any articles coming? What are you doing? Are you too busy on Twitter?
I offered for him.
Lucas offered me, a writing gig, if you will. We'll see how it goes.
Apprenticeship. Let's say apprenticeship or internship, and let's see where it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at Maurice spreading his wings. I like that. Willing to try something new.
Got to give you a website to practice your typing, though.
Okay.
Because I got a feeling you going to be like one of them 90s kids that type like this.
With a typewriter?
Yeah.
Or just use voice to text like I do sometimes.
Lazy. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
Before we go, season 4.
Yeah.
Are we doing 80s Mount Rushmores?
Ooh, I don't know. Are we doing 2010s? Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the fans can pick. We'll put a poll out. See what they want to hear.
Yeah, I'll post that on Facebook this upcoming week.
Yeah. All right. Once again, congratulations to all the New York Knicks fans. You guys have waited many years. Last championship was in 1973. And the patience that you guys have demonstrated and the agony you've felt the past few decades is now gone. Let that ghost go. And was it Go New York, Go New York, Go? Is that how it goes? Is that
Go New York, Go New York, Go.
Go New York, Go New York,
Yeah.
That's a little bit of a tongue twister. I'm not gonna lie.
Not my favorite song. I do have some
Orange and Blue
criticism
Skies, my man.
Yeah, but anyway, hopefully New York City will still be intact after the parade next time you hear from us, because they've been tearing it up. But on behalf of Maurice, I did it again.
Wow. Maurice.
I looked at
that
Lucas.
Sounds like somebody's auntie's name.
I looked at Lucas, and then I just thought Maurice. Anyway, on behalf of Lucas Johnson and Maurice Huggins, I'm Uriah Young with Basketball Now and Then. We'll check you next time. Thanks for listening.
Deuces.
Peace.